This is my 9/11 tribute video. Um, just a little bit of background on this. I'm going to read what I wrote back in 2011, which is actually a published article. I'm going to set the phone down so I'm able to read what I wrote. Um, I would just like to say a few words from my experience on the 9/11 tragedy. The day of the Twin Towers attack, I was alerted by my fire station here in Nesquehoning, PA, where I'm an assistant fire chief, about needing standby crews for possible response to New York. Well, my station was one of the three in the borough of Nesquehoning. My station made contact through the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Association and the State Fire Academy to offer services with manpower and fire apparatus if needed. I was asked if I could be on standby for the incident in New York and volunteered to go in a heartbeat. Uh, my company is a rescue company up here in PA, and that's one of the reasons why we offered our specialty equipment. But as the time would pass, we would learn we were not needed. We decided anyway to get together a truckload of stuff to take up to New York. A friend from another fire station was with me when we made the delivery. It's approximately a 3-hour ride, give or take, or about 140 miles. But realized at that time, due to detours and everything else, it took a lot longer as a lot of the lower side was actually closed off. We brought the boxes of supplies, which included socks, flashlight, gloves, batteries, face masks, tarps, and other minor items that were needed. Some of which were put on top of my vehicle on the roof rack somewhere inside, just because of the amount of supplies we had. We proceeded to drop off location, which was at Canal Street in New York City, at the barricaded area, and set the items with the police officers. And we were thanked and told to report to the staging area at the Javits Center if we would like to volunteer. The people standing across Canal Street were cheering as the firefighters, police were coming in and out, and a lot of the people were yelling to support them as they came in and out of the scene, and it was something to see. And the fire and police officer would wave back. The staging area at the Javits Center was unreal. We reported to the command post there with other volunteer fire and EMS providers. They had so much food, water, and supplies being delivered, they were stacked in the streets. There were people making food and hot beverages around the clock. People were sleeping on the sidewalks waiting to help and waiting to sign up to volunteer. There had to be hundreds of people, fire, EMS, police, construction workers, and normal people off the street, just people looking to help. People were there from all over the United States. We reported there and spent the night at FDNY 23 engine located near Central Park at 215 West 58th Street, across the Broadway and 7th Avenue. They allowed two of us to stay in their station. We ran into one police officer that was staying at the station also. Engine 23 lost men on that day of the 9/11 tragedy. If I'm not mistaken, it was 5 or 6 members that were lost. The front of the station was a shrine with candles, pictures, and flowers, and the names of all the missing members from the station. When you walk by the station, see the candles, flowers in front of the station. You see how they open their doors to all types of people to just say thank you. It makes you want to cry. Also at the station, they had drinks, clothing items stacked all over the engine room, food in the kitchen, already made meals for them. Well, our conversation that night were kept off the subject for the most part. We talked about where we were from and stuff like that. They did not tell us how the community. They did tell us how the community had been delivering food and flowers and all to the station. The guys were great to us. Offered us food, a place to sleep, drinks, showers, anything we needed. I would love to thank all those guys that were on duty that night and how great they were to us. Then at the staging area on Saturday, we were told to go home. They were no longer taking any volunteers anymore. Having a few friends from FDNY, I couldn't even think of what they have suffered in losses. Our prayers and thoughts are with the people touched by the 9/11 tragedy. God bless America. And just to document it, this is a copyrighted article. In sharing your story here, you give the nonprofit Witness to War project permission to reuse your story in its entirety or edited from the archival and or nonprofit. Uses include a published book without compensation to you and with the nonprofit Witness to War project. Record on the copyright holder for only those nonprofit uses. You retain your copyright and all rights to use the story in its entirety and or edited form of the purpose and uses. So that's what we did later on in that week, and just a little bit of review. Believe it or not, that time event, I really did not take pictures or video for the most part during 9/11, just because of the event and magnitude. I've been involved in some other stuff with 9/11, including the landfill operation and stuff. So this was just a little bit of a reflection for those that didn't get to see the web address posted last night. I just wanted to read it out loud so people would have an understanding of some of the stuff that we go through in our careers as providers. Thanks for listening. Hopefully you have a good day. Be safe. Talk to you later.